Rar, rar, rar. I know I said I wouldn't do another video in a good while, but things are happening in Frankie's world you need to know about. Right. So, as a compensation, I'm going to do as little as editing on this video as possible. So, no fancy transitions, just a crappy video. Keep yous happy. Right. So, first of all, status on the Interceptor 650. Here it is. Here's my Interceptor. I think you can see it. Can you? Can you? Maybe in the camera. Oh, there it is. The Interceptor 650. Right, I was in a bit of a panic a couple of days ago. Because I was happily driving along. Engine light came on. And she was sputtering. No way I could get her over 3,000 RPM. Sounds disastrous. But you need to know with modern motorbikes, when the engine light comes on, it goes into like this preservation mode. And it basically, it chokes you of all the power. But gives you enough to kind of limp home. So I managed to limp home. And I got one of these things. The ECU reader. You should get one. It's saving you lots of money if you have one of these and you're coming across this weird problem with a sputtering bike. So I put it on. I read the codes. And what it told me that both of my O2 sensors and my speed sensor failed at the same time. Really? That sounds more like a connectivity problem. Now, what I always do is when I lift up the tank of my bike or I do anything, I take note of what's going on there, right? I have my little notebook and saying like, this is interesting. Like the wire loom junctions, where they are positioned. So, about a month ago, I did do my maintenance on the Interceptor. And in order to adjust the valves, you need to take the valve cover off. In order to take the valve cover off, you kind of have to remove the tank and lift the whole ABS unit that's there. Now guess what is on top of that ABS unit? The wire loom with a whole bunch of connectors. So, I was thinking, this looks like a connectivity issue. So I need to look at that particular junction with the connectors of the both O2 sensors and the speed sensor and check those. And yes, I removed the tank, I had a look, and I could get these really satisfying clicks out of the connectors when I pressed them together. Like, that might have been the problem. I disconnected them, gave them a little spray of Tech 7, tidied up things a little bit better, put everything together, took her on a spin of like 2 hours. No problem, no engine lights coming on. Fixed. Question I was asking myself, how much would have this cost me if I brought it into a dealer and say like, help, my bike doesn't work anymore? Would it be fixed either? Get yourself one of these, lads. Get it. And learn how to use it. Go onto forums, read things. It will save you lots of money. Right, that was the Interceptor. Badger, picture of Badger. There we go. Another thing I managed to do for both bikes is to change the brake fluid on both bikes. Now, to be honest, I was like kind of a bit of suspicious of the Interceptor with the rear brake feeling quite spongy. And then thinking about it, Badger was feeling quite spongy as well. And then I started thinking, like, when was the last time I changed the brake fluid? And then I checked the manual. And, ooh, not good. So, I changed the brake fluid. And I had this wonderful little tool for it. Right, I got this from Hitchcock's. Here, this. Right, and it's you just like put it on the bleeder, and when you like pump, there's this little valve in there. Make sure that it only can go one way, and you're not sucking back in oil. So it makes it really, really easy to flush through your system. So all in all, it was just like a 20-minute job, right? So then I posted something about that on Facebook, like, hey, hello, it's National Brake Fluid Change Day. Ooh. Right, I'm not going to go into that any further, but here's a meme. I think you're better off trying to discuss whether climate change is real, whether Greta Thunberg is sane, or whether Donald Trump is a good president, instead of discussing brake fluid. But anyway, change your brake fluid every 2 years. I'm probably going to get cancelled for saying that. Another update today, because I returned from County Wexford from, Wells House Bike Show. Now, me and the missus actually went there yesterday. We stayed over in a B&B and went to a great little pub called One on the Road in Ballycanoe. And the next day, we headed out to Wells House for the bike show. And I was kind of disappointed because we did every dirty trick in the book by trying to get a prize, right? So, threatening judges, abusing the vote system, influencing the people, to get the popular vote. We didn't win anything. That was a sure sign it was rigged. Rigged, I tell you. Really, no. It was great crack. There were lots of bikes there. And I got some shitty footage to share, so here it is. Shitty footage. Enjoy.
Will yous hurry up, will yous? I can't stand here all day.